Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. I am Mati-Ullah-Khattak teaching you English. Now that you have understood well from the previous lecture about the different roles that a noun plays in a sentence, we need to proceed further to the different kinds of a noun. But before proceeding to the discussion about the different kinds of a noun, we would like to give a short view to the formation of a possessive noun, which means we would like to know how a possessive noun is formed. The objectives are the same in this lecture as well. So, forming possessive nouns. It may be a singular noun, it may be a plural noun. If it is a common noun, just add s to make the possession, to show the possession. For example, if you say dog's house, you do not need to say this house is of the dog. It will be a wrong expression, wrong sentence. This house is of the dog is a wrong expression. Prior to this lecture, you didn't know about the use of possessive nouns. Now that you have got the idea of formation or forming possessive nouns, you need to apply this structure in the future. This is the dog's house. This book's words, the words belong to this book, the house belongs to this dog. The words belong to this book. This book's words are very clear. The girls, dolls are beating drum. The birds' chicks are crying for their mother. The car's engine has broken down. This is my sister's room. This is James' pen. This is my mom's bag. So you do not try to say this bag is of my mom. This apostrophe is used in the sense of. In Urdu it gives the sense of ka, ke or ki. So this is my mom's bag is an ideal expression. Instead of saying that this is the bag of my mom or this is the pen of Jim, it will be a poor, weak, wrong expression, sentence to say. This is Jim's pen, not this is the pen of Jim. This is the room of my sister, wrong. This is my sister's room. So the car's engine has failed. It will be wrong that the engine of the car has failed. In the case of non-living thing, you can say that the engine of the car has failed. But in the case of living things, places, you cannot say that. For example, you cannot say this is the pen of Jim. It is completely wrong. In this case, where car is a non-living thing, there is an exception, there is some concession. Here you can say the engine of the car has failed, but it is proper to say the car's engine has failed, has broken down. Broken down means failed. In the plural case, if the noun is plural, so you have learnt about different plural nouns as well. Some of them are formed just by adding an s, some of them are formed by changing the internal vowels and that noun, and we get the required plural noun. So if it is a plural noun already, you do not need to add the apostrophe s to it. You just use the comma after the plural noun. For example, if the noun ends in s, just add this comma. This s means if it is already a plural noun, you just need to add this comma. You do not need to write the complete apostrophe over here. You just add this comma. The boy's ball. You cannot say the boy's is ball. It will be wrong because there is an excess of s sound. The s sound creates monotony, boring situation, so it is avoided to use here. So the boy's ball. For example, we said the girls' college, the boys' college. We do not say the girls' is college, the boys' is college. We say boys' college. So only apostrophe comma is used. Tables, the tables is used here is a plural noun. So we need to use only the apostrophe comma, not the complete structure of apostrophe, which is comma plus s. Table's legs. The table's legs are 4 in number. The girl's hands are giant. Girl's hand, not girl's hand, are giant. So if the noun does not end in s, even though it is a plural, we add an s to it. It is a plural, but it doesn't have the s used here. For example, we say the woman's bag is lying on the ground. The woman's bag are lying on the ground. We do not say the bags of the woman. The bags of the woman will be wrong expression in the case of, as I said a bit earlier, that the woman's bag is the woman's bag or on the ground. It is an ideal expression. Instead of saying the bag of the woman or on the ground. Children's dolls. Children's dolls. You can see we are not using s as a plural to make the plural of this noun. We are adding some extra words, extra letters in order to get the plural of this noun. Its singular is child, the plural is children, so we have added apostrophe, complete structure of apostrophe to this noun. Children's dolls are there. Men's shoes. We do not say that the s should be dropped because it is a plural noun. It is a plural noun, but it is lacking that s used after a plural noun. It has got its plural form by an internal change that is introduced in the vowel. Men's shoes are lying outside. So now let us see the different kinds of a noun. The different kinds may be seen. It can be used as a common noun. It can be a common noun. It can be a proper noun, a countable noun, an uncountable noun. It can be a concrete noun, an abstract noun, material noun, collective noun, compound noun. So these are the different kinds, of a noun. Let us see what is a common noun. You may have heard about common nouns, that they do not refer to anything particular. they do not name a particular thing, a specific thing. They refers to things in general. Let us see the definition which goes is under. A common noun is a noun which can refer to a general name of an object. General name of an object. This type of noun does not use a capital letter, so note it here. This type of noun does not use a capital letter unless it is appearing at the start of a sentence. If it is used at the start of a sentence, we do use a capital letter, otherwise we do not write it in the capital. The common noun is not used to identify a specific person, thing or place. It is not used to identify a specific person, thing or place. A good example of a common noun is the word man. Using this noun does not allow us to determine a specific man. If you are using, which means if we are using this word man, it does not determine, it does not specify a specific person. You can see this in the following sentence. For example, we say the man walked down the street. So the man is unspecified and the street is unspecified. Both of them are common noun. Nothing special comes to our mind until a specific name is used. For example, if we say Horace walked down the Horley street, so the Horley street will be proper and Horace will be proper because they are naming something specific, particular. When we read this sentence, all we know is that a man is walking down a street, which is also a common noun, but the identity of the street or the man is not revealed. Compare it to a proper noun over here. So a proper noun mean if it is used for a specific person, for a specific place or specific thing. The other type of noun is a proper noun, and this is used to talk about a specific person, item or place. Note this sentence that the proper noun always uses a capital letter. Proper nouns are always written in the capital letter, whether it appears at the beginning, middle or end of the sentence. It doesn't matter where it is. It may be at the beginning and the middle or toward the end of a sentence, but a proper noun always start with a capital letter. A good example of a proper noun would be the name of a person. For example, we say, look at the following sentence. For example, we say Graham is walking down the road. Graham is here refers to a specific person, a particular person, a specified person. So Graham is a proper noun. And down the road is the road is, once again, we are not talking about a particular road. A particular street is once again a common noun because it doesn't refer to anything particular. We can see from the use of the proper noun that we are being told about a specific person. Other proper nouns might be the names of towns and countries. For example, Paris is a large city in France. So Paris is a specific noun, a specific city. France is a specific noun, a specific country. So both of them are proper nouns. Paris refers to a specific particular place. France refers to a specific particular place. So both of them are proper nouns within this sentence. Now let us give a short view to a test that has been designed to see whether you have got the idea between the difference between a common noun and a proper noun. So identify the common noun. She is very tall girl. Is which one is the common noun in this sentence? Is she a common noun? No, it's a pronoun, helping verb, adverb, adjective. This one, girl, does it refer to anything particular? No. So girl is a common noun. In the second sentence, the name of my country is Pakistan. In this sentence, there are both common noun and proper noun. But we have to identify, point out the common noun. Which one is the common noun? Just think. Pakistan? No. My? No. Country, which does not refer to anything particular, is a common noun. So, in the third one, Ahmad lives in a village. Is village a proper noun? Is Ahmad a common noun? Which one is common noun and which one is proper noun? Which one refers to a specific, a particular thing, person or place, and which one does not refer to anything particular? So village, we are not talking about anything particular here. Village is a common noun. Identify the common noun. So the rest is left for you. You have to solve the rest of it and forward it to me in the comment box or through my WhatsApp number. Identify the common noun. I live in a big city, Islamabad. You have to point out all the common nouns and proper nouns in the remaining sentences. Let us move to the next category, kind of nouns, which is countable nouns and uncountable nouns. So here we are going to see the difference between common nouns, countable nouns and uncountable nouns. Countable nouns, we can say they can be counted. We can get their plural by adding s or es as pluralizing suffixes. Uncountable noun cannot be pluralized. We cannot count them as 1, 2, 3. Uncountable noun are usually substances, concepts, materials, information, whereas countable noun are usually objects, people, places. Let us see the definition. Countable nouns are individual objects, which means they can be individualized. They can be counted as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They are people, individual people, places, etc., which can be counted as 1, 2, 3. We can get their plural by directly adding s or es or other pluralizing suffixes. These are called suffixes. For example, if you add s to apple, apples, so s is a suffix. Es, house, houses, boxes, es is used as a suffix. In the examples given below, you can see that apple, we can get its plural, which is apples, school, schools, student, students, picture, pictures, house, houses, tree, trees, box, boxes, and so on, friend, friends. From the examples you can see that we can get plural of the countable noun. As in the definition, we came to know that they are objects. So apple is an object. Apple is an object, individual object. You can separate one apple from the other. You can count them as 1, 2, 3. And school which is a place, school, which is a place, student, which refers to person, people. So these are the categories of a countable noun. Under the kind of category of uncountable noun, you can see that they are usually concepts, materials, substances. Let us see the definition. Uncountable nouns or substances, concepts, materials, information that we cannot count, we cannot divide into separate elements. They cannot be divided, they cannot be separated, they cannot be counted as 1, 2, 3. They cannot be counted as 1, 2, 3. We cannot get their plural by adding certain suffixes of pluralizing a noun. To make a noun plural, we cannot add suffixes to them. See at the example, excess. Is it possible to say excesses? We have no access to the president. We cannot say people have no excesses. We will say to the president, we will say people have no access to the president. Adulthood, alcohol, business, blood, botany, bacon, chaos, clothing, confidence. Confidences you cannot say. I appreciate his confidences would be a wrong sentence to add in s to this concept of confidence, this idea of confidence, this quality of confidence. So honey, which is a liquid, bravery, water, kindness, beauty, oil, advice, cruelty, honesty, loyalty. So you cannot add an s to any one of them. They are called uncountable noun. Our next chart about, let us see this chart about countable and uncountable noun. It will clarify your understanding about the use of a countable and an uncountable noun. Let us give a short view to the chart about a countable and uncountable noun. As we have already discussed in the earlier slide, that it can be counted. It can be counted means we can use an article with the countable noun. For example, you can say an apple. There is an apple. You cannot say there is apple. An article is requirement of apple. So if it is used in the singular, the countable noun, the very clear indication of a countable noun is that if you are using it in the singular, it becomes necessary to use an article with that countable noun. For example, you say there is apple, it will be wrong. There is an apple. There is school is wrong. There is a school. I have picture. You cannot say I have picture. I have one picture. I have two pictures. Or you can say I have a picture. If you are using it in the plural, you do not need to use this article. For example, I have pictures. I have many pictures. I have a few pictures. So always you see something that is responsible for its being a countable noun is used before it. In the case of an uncountable noun, you cannot use an article. For example, you cannot say there is a sugar. It will be wrong. There is a sugar. There is a sugar is wrong. There is sugar in the cup. This is an information will be wrong. This this is good information, this is a good information is wrong. You cannot use an article with the uncountable noun. It can, in the second box you can see, it can take singular or plural verbs, which means you can use a singular verb or a plural verb with a countable noun. There is a book on the table. So there is a book is a singular noun, is a singular helping verb. There is a book on the table. You can say there are books on the table. In that case, when it is pluralized, you do not need to use a as an article here. There are, if it is used a plural helping verb, we need to make it plural. Otherwise it will be wrong to say there are a book on the table. There are a book on the table is wrong, because there is no agreement between the helping verb and the following countable noun. There is a book on the table. There are books on the table. So it can take a singular or a plural verb. Those houses are very big, aren't they? You can say this house is very big, isn't it? So it take a singular or a plural helping verb. It goes with the whereas in the case of uncountable noun, we always use it a singular helping verb. There is some water in the pitcher. You cannot say there are some water. There are some water will be wrong, because uncountable noun does not take any plural helping verb. They always go with a singular helping verb. There is some water in the pitcher. There are some water in the pitcher will be wrong. They are used along with the a and the my when they are in the singular form. She bought an umbrella. As I told you, it will be wrong to say she bought umbrellas. Umbrellas, if it is pluralized, you do not need to use an. So when they are used in singular, we use a, an, or the as an article with them. Do not go with any of these article. For example, you cannot say can you hear a music. A music will be wrong. So you cannot use an article when they are used as singular noun. Can you hear music is correct. Can you hear a music is wrong. You cannot use an article with uncountable nouns. So here last one can be used alone. They can be countable nouns can be used alone, and they can be used with some, any, many, few in the plural. If they are used in the plural, you can use any one of them along with them. If they are used in the singular, you do not need to use any one of them, because when they are used in the singular, you just need to add to use a, an, or the as an article with them. So I love if it is used in the singular, I love a carrot. I love a book. But if you say I love some books, I love some carrots, I love few books, I love many books, I do not have any book, I love some of my friends, but here in the case of, you can see some and any, it is the same adjective that can be used both with countable and uncountable noun, but much and later is a clear indication that they can be only used with uncountable noun. So there is little information about the weather. You cannot say there is few information. Information is uncountable noun. It cannot take few or many, but you can say there is some information. And if it is a question, you can say, is there any information? There is little information, there is some information, but you cannot say there is many information or there is few information about the weather. Any is used if it is a question. Do you have any information? Yes, I have little information. Yes, I have some information about the. It can be used, can use an, 2 with coffee, tea when we talk about a cup, a glass. The last one requires some extra discussion. We will discuss it when the situation comes again. So coffee and tea, you can see they are uncountable noun, but we can use an, 2 along with them, but in that case we need to add some extra word to these uncountable noun. For example, we say, can I have 2 teas? 2 teas, or can I have 2 coffees? It means, can I have 2 cups of tea? So the S is added to 2 glasses of water, 2 bottle of water. We use these extra word along with them. In that case we can use an, 2 with this uncountable noun. As I mentioned, coffee and tea or water, we can say, can I have a cup of tea? Can I have a glass of water? Can I have a bottle of water? And we can also say, can I have 1 tea? Can I have 2 teas? Can I have 1 coffee? Can I have 2 coffees? Which means 2 cups of a tea, 2 cups of a coffee, 2 bottles of a water. Hope you understand you got the main points of this lecture. Wait for the next lecture. Thank you very much.